Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am working in my wine advent calendar. This is day 2, and no, I still haven't dug out my notes on all of the wines, so I think what I will be doing is that at the very end, and then we'll just decorate and do the wines in the meantime. So let's see what I can do. Guys, so I have pulled out some papers. I have this metallic plaid paper that I went ahead and trimmed down. Now, this was a scrap in my Christmas stuff, and the reason why it was trimmed down to this size was because the paper was just under 8 inches. So I trimmed it down the same amount to make it just under 11 inches, or just under 8.5 inches. 8.5 by 11, right? Yes. Whatever it was just under it. We're thinking way too much about this. Anyway, I trimmed it down so that there could be a black border around the layout. I'm also trimming down this photo ever so slightly so that I can fit this scrap piece of paper here on the layout. So yes, I guess there are some things that I keep scraps of. I especially keep scraps of Christmas things because my December project is always worked in a 6x8 album. So I feel like the smaller sizes are appropriate to keep. But as a general rule, scraps are not my favorite thing in the world. So I am pulling out some product. I'm not really making any kind of big thoughts about this. I thought that I was really liked the way that the sleigh and this ornament kind of framed the picture a little bit. And I knew that I was going to put a little thread on the ornament and just write day 2 on it. Like I knew that that was how I was going to document the number. And then I was like, ooh, let's fancify it and we'll put a little holly jolly on there because that makes me happy. So I just wrote day 2. And then now I've got my twine. This is a silver and white, really thin baker's twine. Love it. I'm going to tie a tiny little bow. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. And place that down there with a little dollop of Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. So anyway, I'm going to fix this because one of the stickers popped off and popped on its little friend in the package, so I didn't want that to happen. Now I'm like, I need to decorate the top of this layout, and I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that. So this black piece of paper was hanging out, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to put a humper border on there. So I went and got my humper border punch, and I'm just going to line this up and go ahead and punch this border across the entirety of the scrap of paper. Now, the reason why I did this instead of cutting it to size first was because if I do it like this, I can kind of determine where I'm going to trim the humps. Because I didn't want one to be like starting on a non-hump. Like I want it to balance out the cut humps on either side of the layout. Hope that makes sense. I am going to adhere it down with my ATG. As you can see, I am going to have to cut off both sides so that I centered my humps a little bit more than they would have been if I just would have started on the edge. Now it's not perfectly centered. I didn't want it to be like a mirror image of each other. I just wanted a little bit more balance to it. Now I am flipping through because now I have this big expanse of black paper up here and I need to add something, right? I'm like, okay, I need to cover up that expanse of the metallic plaid. Now I need to cover up the expanse of the black paper. And I say expanse like it's some big ginormous like space that needs to be figured out, but it's not really huge. I do find this Christmas truck border sticker. You go into, I don't know, probably 75% of the Christmas collections out there, and they got a Christmas truck with some trees in the back of it, right? A red Christmas truck with some trees in the back of it. So I went ahead and used that, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to use the big Christmas truck with the trees in the back of it as well. But to do that, I'm going to have to flip-flop where the sleigh was. I am going to pop it up on some fun foam to give it a little bit of depth. Now, for this album, I'm not too terribly worried about the thickness. There isn't going to be a need to spread this to a second album. This will fit in one album, but I'm not concerned about it because I know I've got the room, and it's just these 8.5 by 11 and one little photos. Like, I don't have enough real estate on my page to get really, really thick and chunky. I almost said thick and hunky, but excuse me, a little tickle still going on there. Yeah, the sickness still isn't completely away. And then now I'm getting seasonal allergy stuff on top of it because, you know, it's starting to be fall here already. Like, summer shouldn't be over yet, guys, but here we are. So anyway, I went ahead and put that Christmas truck over on the left-hand side of the page. I am going to use a little bit of a grid paper and tuck that under the photo and under the trees in the Christmas truck. And then I will get my journaling on there because, like I said, I haven't dug out the notes. And I do have notes on every single one. Some of the notes are as simple as disgusting poured out right away. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.